Good morning. We have a lot to catch up on, so I'm gonna do a glaucoma in my life today, and then I leave for Hawaii tomorrow, so a Hawaii vlog will come shortly after this video, so stay tuned for that. I'm so excited. We're going to Hawaii for a little kind of retirement trip for my mom, and we're leaving Saturday and then we get back the next Saturday. So this is like a really nice long trip, and I just feel like it's much needed to kind of have this like time to refresh and recharge, because as I'm going to mention in a minute, like this year has been so busy and it's really only getting busier with all good things, luckily, or at least mostly all good things. But this Hawaii trip is going to be a good time to kind of like rest before more chaos ensues. But I'm getting ready for work right now, so I thought while I did my makeup we could just catch up, because it really has been a while. Been early February, I think, was the last time I checked in with you guys, and now it's almost April, so I have not been doing a great job at posting, and I'm really trying to make this more of a priority, but I just had to prioritize other things lately. But hopefully I will have more time to be filming and posting, because I have gotten quite a few new subscribers in the time I've been away. So if you are new, thank you so much for subscribing and watching. Like, all of you guys really do mean so much to me. I love having this community that supports each other, because a lot of us do have glaucoma or vision impairments, and it's a very lonely experience. So having this little community here has just been so cool, so awesome, and so helpful for me, and I really do hope it's helpful for you. So let's catch up, do some makeup, and get into it. Cheers. I'm just gonna do some very minimal makeup today, because as most of you guys know, I work with kids. I'm an RBT and I do ABA therapy for kids with autism, and absolutely love my job. I just hit my 2 years at the end of March. Actually, 1 week ago today, I hit my 2-year anniversary, which is just wild, because I can totally remember when I was looking for a job and just how much this job was kind of an answer to my prayers, I guess. And I have just truly enjoyed it over the last 2 years. But I did put in that my official last day will be at the end of May, which was like one of like the most bittersweet things. But also, as a lot of you guys know, I'm in grad school for mental health counseling, and my summer class was conflicting with my work schedule, so I of course had to prioritize school. This summer I will be in play therapy, which, I mean, as I mentioned, I love working with kids, so I feel like that will be such a fun class, and I am really excited to take that. And then in the fall, I start my practicum, and that's another thing that I sort of accomplished since posting. Was I interviewed and was accepted for my practicum placement. I did my practicum defense for my program, and I passed that. So now I'm just waiting to hopefully get into the practicum class, but I'm trusting that it will all work out. Because everything else has kind of fallen into line. And with my practicum, I, of course, like, one of the main things that stresses me out about leaving my current job to start this new, I want to say job, but I mean this practicum, it's interning at this community place for free. So it's not really a job, it's free work, but you know, experience, and it's all part of my school. But I already, even like the person I interviewed with had such good energy, like such a good vibe. And I emailed her after getting accepted to do my internship there, and was and let her know that I'm visually impaired. And I always get so nervous, because I don't know when to bring it up in the like job application process, because it's like, do you say it during the interview, but you don't want it to like, even though it can't hinder your ability to get a job, it's like you don't want it to, I just don't know always how people will perceive it, and you just want like your strengths and your other things to really shine before that becomes one of the main things that they think about you, I guess. And so I just sent her an email whenever we were arranging the training and stuff and was just like, oh, and also I am low vision, legally blind, so I might need some accommodations. And her response like put me so at ease because I was really nervous. Like, is she gonna like feel like I don't know, I didn't really know how it was going to come across, but she was just like, oh, we are happy to make any accommodations. And it was just like the best response. So it makes me that much more excited to start my practicum, which really I don't start that until August, so I have a little bit of time, but time is just flying by and I can't believe that I'm basically a year away from graduating with my master's, and it has been such a long process. And I started the program in 2019, so like to hopefully be done here in 2025 will just be, you know, I wasn't anticipating this like 6-year long journey, but everyone has their own pace and timing, and this just happens to be mine. So that's like my schoolwork update. Everything is just falling into place and kind of chugging along. And I can't believe that after I get back from Hawaii, I will only have 7 weeks left at my job, which will be sad because, you know, leaving there, I'll lose such a big support system that I have. And I just, the way that they have supported me, especially just accommodating anything that I may need, being visually impaired, it has just been like one of my biggest fears as a kid was like, well, how do I have a job being visually impaired? How do I get accommodations? How do I not like burden everyone around me? And how do I like be successful and I still want to have initiative and be independent at work? And like, how do I navigate all that? And this job was the perfect place to figure all that out with the perfect people, and it will forever be like one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. But of course, with working full time and being in grad school, it has kept me very busy. And so I've been trying to stay on top of all of that stuff. And then also like my best friend gets married in 3 months. My sister gets married in September. So I have a lot of like wedding things that I'm in both of those weddings. So lots with that and getting prepared for bachelorette parties and bridal showers, because it's that time of year now where all these things are going to start happening. And again, all very good, all very exciting, just very busy. In my last video, I mentioned that one of my goals was to be 100% and totally sober. And I just do want to update that that's not my goal anymore. I have been in a lot of therapy this year. The beginning of February, I sort of had a low point, which it's crazy to think about it now because I sort of had this like really bad weekend where I just was not in a good way, and it did prompt me to get some extra help, and I did some more intensive therapy, and all of that was really useful. And just in general, like I am in such a better place. Like I literally look back and I'm like, who was she? What was her deal? Pull it together. Could not be me. Don't recognize her. Like, I don't know what I was going through. And I feel a little frustrated with myself for allowing myself to kind of stay in this like grumpy place for so long. I think last year was just really hard because I was putting a lot of energy into things and not a lot was coming from it. And I was really burnt out and really stressed out, and it just didn't bring out the best version of me. So I'm determined to regroup here and stay in a good place. And then like the final little update, something I'm not going to go too much into, but in the middle of February I did meet someone new who has been adding a lot of joy into my life, and has been also taking up a lot of time in my life, which again is why I just haven't been able to keep posting. I've had to sort of take a step back just to make sure I could stay on top of all my other things that I had to prioritize over this. But the thing that I wanted to mention about this is like I have mentioned sort of my dating journey and how it can be hard to date when you have a disability, when you're visually impaired. And I have experienced a lot of rejection because of that one aspect about me. And so going into dating, it always sort of felt like I was, and I still have, it's still something I battle with, like feeling like it's a big thing to expect people to accept about me. But this person that I've met recently, the thing that has been so insightful about it is not only is it the first person really ever in my life to approach my vision impairment with such like an open, honest discussion from the beginning, like just so direct with like, oh, how can you see that? Like, you know, do you need help with this? Like, not afraid to be direct about those things, which is great because I can have a hard time being direct about those things. And I've gone out with, you know, guys where like we're a month in and it's something that we've never talked about. And I'm like, I know they know, but do they really know? Like, and I, you know, I'm like, I want to bring it up, but I don't want it to feel like this big, deep discussion where it's like, so like, how do you feel about this? You know, so like, it's been something I've struggled to navigate. And in this situation, it's the first time it's just kind of come easy and natural. And the other thing that I want to mention, so because this has been the biggest insight to me, is this is the first person who like is able to like make light of my vision impairment with me, and in such like an endearing way. Like, it's not like in a bullying way, but like can make jokes, and it like makes me feel that much more comfortable, because like if you can laugh about something, it's like, I didn't realize how important that was. And I've never really been able to laugh about it on my own. Very minimally can I like find the humor in being blind. Like, it's something that I really have struggled with. And so to find someone who is like accepts it about me, doesn't make it a big deal, doesn't seem to have an issue with it, and we can kind of like find the humor in it, has been a very, very healing, eye-opening experience for me. And I did just want to share that, because if you are feeling the way that, if you've ever dealt with how I have felt, I think it is reassuring to know that there really are people out there who can just get it very easily and naturally. Not everyone does, but people really do. And now that we're caught up, now that everybody's on the same page, let's begin our day. I gotta show you guys, I picked up just a couple new things for my trip to Hawaii, and one thing I got was this beach cover up from Target. I just feel like this was so cute, and I am very excited to wear this. And then I also got this like one-piece swimsuit that has like a little cutout in the stomach, and I really like that color, plus that color is on theme with my friend's bachelorette party during Memorial Day weekend. So I figured I'd get that new swimsuit for this trip, and I can use it on that trip. Just a little more cost effective that way. I don't know, girl math. And so I need to pack all my swimsuits, but luckily everything else is pretty much good to go. I'm just getting my stuff together so that I can head out the door and go to work in just a second. I got some sushi for lunch today, so that will be a little bright spot in this work day. I got my coffee going so that I'll have a fresh cup of coffee to take with me. And then I have I'm gonna grab some energy drinks. If I'm not caffeinated, I am not okay. So I am going to I'll bring a Celsius, one of these Rain Energies, my coffee. And am I gonna drink all of this caffeine today? Probably not, but if desperate times call for desperate measures, I'm equipped, you know what I mean? I'm home from work, so now I'm just getting my last bit of laundry put away, finishing up final packing, cleaning, organization stuff before we leave for Hawaii. So things are coming together. It feels good to be like officially on kind of my like vacation hours. Today at work, we did like Easter egg hunts with the kids, and that was so fun. So it was a really fun Friday, but I have a feeling being Hawaii will be even more fun. But there's just a lot of to-dos between now and then. Took a shower, and now I'm just doing like all of the skincare things, because a like 8-hour plane ride is surely gonna wreck my skin more than it already is. So we got the eye patches on, we're doing all the moisturizer, all the everything, so that we can just start this trip feeling fresh. I'm pretty much packed and ready now. I am working on some homework. Unfortunately, that is still very much a pressing issue during this trip. So I'm gonna have to bring my computer with me and stay on top of all my schoolwork. We have about a month left of the class I'm in right now. So it's kind of that like peak time where our biggest papers are due and biggest assignments. And so that's just great for me. I have a lot to do, but luckily I'll have like an 8-hour plane ride to do it. So I'm kind of hoping I can really get in the zone on the plane and get a lot of work done. I'm not usually one to do work when I fly. I like to sleep or listen to music and like dissociate, but I am hoping just to make the most of it. And honestly, I think time would go a lot faster if I'm just like in the zone working on this paper that I need to do. But I am going to try to do some of it now, just so I'm not super stressed about it. And then I'll have a few other things while I'm in Hawaii to keep up on. But we're making it work. We are boss babes and we're booked and busy, so we're doing all the things, multitasking, and at least I can be doing homework in paradise, which has to be doing it here. As you can see, the car is packed. We're headed to my mom's so that we can get up at 3:30 in the morning tomorrow to head to the airport. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a comment, start some conversation, subscribe, and I will see you all in Hawaii.